Have you ever thought about building your own water softener? Are you a DIYer and you're thinking to yourself, God, I could build my own water softener. I could save a bunch of money. But in reality, is that true? DIY water softeners have been something that a lot of people look into. When they get a high price for a water softener, most people will go to Home Depot and they say, can I do this myself? Can I install this drinking water system or this whole house system myself? And how do I do it myself? That's becoming a trending solution out there for a lot of people when they're, especially in this economy where we're looking to save every penny. But if you're not looking out for the right technology, if you're not looking out for the right key features, you may find yourself wasting more money than what you've saved. So here's the real risk. Buying an inexpensive water softener system could actually cost you more money in the long run. Why is that, you say? Because here's the thing. Many people may find themselves buying the wrong system over and over again, which costs you more in the long run. Or B, it doesn't achieve what you need it to achieve so that it can save you the money on your appliances, on your plumbing, on the clothing, and on your body, your skin, and your hair. So there are some key things that we need to take into consideration when buying a DIY water softener for your home. Let's go ahead and break that down for you now. Okay, DIY water softeners are mainly things that you can find online. That seems to be the number one place our customers say they go. And number two, they would go to Home Depot or Lowe's and they buy a system that's there in a big box and they go, I'm gonna go try to plumb it in myself. Now, I know a lot of people are like, oh my God, I'm not a plumber. Well, you know, a lot of times you can, especially with newer homes today, they have PEX tubing and there's plug and play on some of these tubing. So I know a lot of people who've reached out to me and they said, we're gonna figure this out for myself. And I'm like, sure, and I'd like to try to help people. So the very first thing that we wanna be able to understand is first and foremost, why are you buying it? What are you buying the water softener for? Probably you've seen scale on glassware, on dishes, on silverware, or your wife is complaining about dry, brittle hair, or you're complaining about dry, brittle hair, or you're having dry, itchy skin, or your kid has eczema and they're just scratching a lot. And you're saying to yourself, oh my God, I gotta take care of this. Maybe your clothing, you're spending so much money on Tide, which has liquid softening agents added to it because your clothing doesn't come out right. So there's all these reasons. Maybe it's the plumbing. Maybe your toilet bowl has got a gray ring in it. Maybe you're looking at the shower stall and you see the white haze and you're like, what is that? Google. Or you go to Gemini and say, hey Gemini, what is that? And Gemini says, it's hard water, it's minerals in the water. Get yourself a water softener. And then when you have someone quote it, it's like you might get $8,000, $9,000 and you say, this is insanity. So let's break this down first and foremost. You are buying something to save money. So one of the things I think I've done a couple of videos on this is that this is an investment, if properly done, that will pay you back more than what you put in it. Let me say that one more time. Let me make sure you get it. This is an investment that pays you back. It's an investment. It's not an expense. It's not like, I don't know, a TV set I buy and I hang it on the wall and I don't make money with it. You make money with a water softener. You make money with a drinking water system. You want to know how, huh? Okay, let's break that down real quick. Again, if we're looking at just simply clothing, right? Here's a really black shirt that I'm wearing today. You live in a community and they use chlorine. They're mandated to do so. So they add chlorine to the water. What do you think just 1/2 of a drop of chlorine does to a big vat of water that I'm washing this in every day? Eventually this becomes gray. Eventually you have to buy a new shirt that costs you money. Pretty simple, right? Or you think, oh my God, something's not, my clothing didn't come out well, it's stiff, it's not working right. You buy more laundry detergent, costing you money. Again, pull out the money out of your wallet, right? Maybe you looked at your shower stall and you go, oh my God, I gotta replace this glass. Costing you money. You've got to go to Home Depot and you got to buy Lime Away. You got to sit there with that nasty chemical, which by the way, you should have a mask on. You should have goggles on and gloves on. A lot of people don't even know they need to do that. It's highly toxic. By the way, you can get sick and get cancer from inhaling that, which could cost you money. The chemicals cost you money. So it's like, so now you're saying to yourself, wow, yeah, it could ruin my dishwasher. Maybe you've replaced your dishwasher 2 or 3 times. It costs you money. Maybe you replaced your water heater a couple times. It's costing you money. It's like minerals in water cost you money because the minerals etch and ruin plumbing. They clog the plumbing and they ruin everything that it comes in contact with. Just go into your shower today and look at the haze. That's rock. And you got to use not nasty chemicals or you got to replace it. Look at your tile. The tile gets grayed out. Sooner or later, you need to redo your bathroom. It's cost you money. You get the gray ring in your toilet because remember, when you flush it, the water goes in a circle. And as it's going in a circle, if there's minerals or rock in it, it's etching the sheen of the toilet bowl, giving you that gray ring. Wow. And you have to replace the toilet. It's costing you money. Your faucets, you need to replace them. They break. It's costing you money. So we want to make this investment, and yet we want to buy the cheapest one. So I get that. And so that's what this video is about, what you need to look for. So you need to look out for, if you want something that's quality, you need to find something that is going to be certified. What we found is NSF 44 certification will actually mean that the filter material inside is certified to take out radium-228, 226, and barium. Now, Andrew, why is that important to me? I'll tell you why. Because when it's certified to take those toxins out of the water, it's also certified to take out the calcium in the rock. And what that means is that an independent not-for-profit took a manufacturer's money and they threw water through their water softener, and then they tested it afterwards. And they showed that it took out the rock and those toxins. And they did thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of gallons. So that means that the filter material, the resin, is high quality. So that's one of the biggest things that I can say that you need to do. That's in order to get out the rock. Then you need to get out the chlorine. So you'll have to buy a separate system or get one that's built together. And we need to use American-made carbon, not Chinese, because what we found is anytime we've tried to shortcut things and lower costs for customers because they complain to me about prices, we would find ourselves needing to buy Chinese stuff. And I'm sorry, it just didn't last. Now I know, please don't get mad if you like Chinese products and you're like, look, I see the video clips or comments all the time. All I can say is China is notorious for reducing costs. They use child labor, but what they also do is reduce the quality of the product when it comes to water filtration. Maybe you can pick out another industry, but in water filtration, that's the case because we did it. We bought the cheap stuff, we sold it to consumers, and they knocked on our door because we have a big facility on Route 14, which is a highway in Barrington, and people came back and said, it's not working. Andrew, this thing sucks. So we were like, oh, okay, well now we have to do an education process. We need to spend time. That's why I do all these videos, so that you can learn from our mistakes and our successes. And so if you are going to look for a DIY system, you want to make sure that it is using high-grade carbon. Now, catalytic carbon is the very best. Catalytic, we love Calgon carbon that's catalytic. It's one of the better ones on the market. Made in America, when you go figure. Catalytic meaning they baked the carbon so that it has an extra, it's designed to be able to be better absorbent, and it works better. And by the way, it takes out ammonia. Catalytic carbon not only removes chlorine, it takes out ammonia. And most of America has moved to chloramine as a disinfectant. Why? Well, let's see. Did the cities want to spend more money or less money on everything that they do for you? You're correct, less money. So when you take chlorine and ammonia, blend it together, it can still sanitize the water, but now it's together, they make other compounds that are toxic to the human body. But it also means if you want to get out that ammonia part of the equation, requires a different type of carbon called catalytic carbon. So that's why it costs more money. So if you're going to be a DIYer, you probably are not going to get that. I haven't seen it at Home Depot or Lowe's or Menards. So you're out of luck there. You would have to find an online company that'd be able to provide that for you. And again, that'd be its own independent filter with a backwashing valve. We believe in backwashing valves because we need to fluff up that filter material and get all the garbage, because it's sort of like teeth. The carbon is like teeth and it's grabbing at things, and we need to flush that out and let it all go. A lot of companies just have upflow or exchangeable tanks, and they just don't last that long. So let's get back to it again. Two things we're trying to get out: minerals and chlorine. We need resin, which is, we want NSF 44 certified to take out the rock, the radium, and the barium out of the water. And then we need high-grade carbon, called catalytic carbon, to take out the chloramine that's in most everyone's water supply. When you do that, you'll find yourself with a system that actually works really great. Also, if you are going to be a DIYer, you need to do a great test on your water. That means that you've literally tested the hardness of the water. So it's rated in grains per gallon, because you need to know whether or not that little itty bitty system will work. When you go into Menards, they have these water bosses. Water boss is not too bad. It is NSF 44 certified, but it's really meant for that person that's on really soft water, and it's like a 1 or 2 person living in the home. Why is that? Because it's made real little. It's compact. There's 3 things that make water filtration important for you to understand. Here it is. This is why it's a little complex. I'm going to break it down. First, it's mechanical. It means we need to be a plumber to connect the plumbing pipes. Handy Andy out there, you might be able to do that. So that's number 1. Number 2, though, there's physics. We can put filter material into a small little container and run water through it, but if the physical size is small, it means that water goes through it so fast that the filter material didn't get a chance to take the stuff out of the water. Imagine, like, I don't know, if you and I put an air filter on. We all wore masks during COVID. If you ever had a dirty mask, it was hard to breathe, right? Same thing, if we don't have a bigger mask, if we don't have a bigger filter material, then the water can't freely flow through it, and don't have enough time for the filter material to grab onto the stuff that's in the water. So physics is important. And then chemistry. Chemistry means that we're using the right filter material, resin, to take out the minerals that are in the water. Resin, NSF 44 rated resin, will take out the rock that's in the water. Yes, I know there's salt-free conditioners out there. They're not called salt-free softeners. They're called salt-free conditioners. And I know everyone tries this, they look online, and when you read it, you're like, oh my God, it's so smart. This thing's amazing. It converts the water molecule so it keeps the rock attached to the water droplet. Right. We sold them. We had to refund money. It doesn't work. It's just make-believe. It's a magic wand. It doesn't work at all. Does it help the water? A little bit. Maybe I can get more suds with it when I wash myself. But it's not actually going to remove the rock out of the water. You want the benefits of the clothing, the faucets, the toilet, the shower stall to look better. You have to literally take the rock off the water droplet. And when you do that, you achieve soft water. Hence the word soft. Now, when you go to those websites, they say, don't listen to a water softener company because they want to sell you salt. No, they don't. Nobody wants to carry salt. You think I want to carry salt? No way. It's heavy. 40-pound bag of salt. I don't want you to carry it. I don't want to hurt you. But unfortunately, that's the key. It's called ion exchange. We're taking a rock and we're exchanging it with a sodium ion. And then we're flushing that rock down the drain. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, that's the only way to it. So ion exchange is important for you to do for the water softener. Again, we're talking about 2 different filters here. By the way, if you like this video, if you have 3 people that you love and care for, that you would like to help them save money and make their families more healthy, please share this video with them because we'd be most grateful. Please press like. This is how we help the channel out. This is how we actually grow, and we're eternally grateful for you for watching the video. So thank you first and foremost. That said, if when you want to get these systems working correctly for DIY, you want to make sure that if you're buying one, that you have two independent units. Both of them are going to be doing two separate things. The most important one to start to save you money is the mineral one, or the water softener, because the rock is what does most of the damage in the house. The chlorine causes dry itchy skin, dry brittle hair. It ruins colors, black color of clothing. That's why I wore black today, sort of bring that out for you. But that's going to cost you money over time. People don't even think about it, but it's ruining your clothing. Just think about it for a second. If you put chlorine on a clothing, we've all done it, burns a hole in it, right? Well, what happens if it's just a little bit every day? Hello, it's going to ruin it over time. I mean, have you ever read the side of a chlorine bottle? It says toxic, don't inhale, don't ingest, you could die. It's like, let's get this stuff out of here. Who would want to inhale that on a daily basis anyhow in a hot shower? Not me. You read the side of the bottle, it says don't inhale, and yet it's turned into steam and you're inhaling it in the shower. Oh, there's no scientific study, there's no doctor's reports, there's nothing because nobody's done any research on it. But it just seems logical to me as an average American that says, if the bottle that's is small doses, put it into the water, and then I'm going and showering in hot water where it's atomized, inhaling it can't be very good, because what I do know this from high school, that we have celluli in our lungs that takes literally everything that you inhale and puts it right into our blood system. So why would I want chlorine in there? I don't. So if you don't, then you want to get that carbon filter as well. Now, DIYs, I get it. You want to save that money. What I would argue is if you can find yourself a person or a professional agency that maybe sell you a professional grade system and you install it, you might be able to save some money. Or just do the math one day. We do the math for clients all the time. We sit down with them and show them the thousands of dollars that they're wasting on a regular basis with just Tide, with Cascade. When you look at those chemicals and you got to use a whole cup of Tide, but then when you go and get a water softener, you're using a tablespoon. I have people who great story. We have people who they have pretty soft water. This couple, the lady was going in every month to go get her. You might have heard this on a video. If you already have, I apologize. But a lady who was going in to get her hair treated every single month because the ends of her hair were getting frayed. So hairstylist was trimming it and doing a deep conditioning treatment, costing $120 every visit. By the way, over time, do you think that cost goes up or down? Yes, it keeps going up. So at $120, what she was able to define is after she bought the system, she didn't go every month anymore. She went every other month. So that's 6 times 120. So she saved herself, what is that? $720 a year. 10 years, a professional grade system is certified to last you, or could be warranted for 10 years. That's $7,200 for just a water softener. Makes sense if it's your forever home. But you might say, oh, wait, I want to buy this because I'm going to sell the house. Well, don't forget today, the average homeowner doesn't want to just buy a house with a granite countertop anymore, right? Almost every house has granite. What do they want? Customers want healthy homes. Customers want healthy homes because America's the most unhealthy we've ever been. So we want air filtration, we want water filtration. So, what I hope has happened today is that no matter what you decide to do for you, you have learned a little bit about what's important out there. I'll summarize it really quickly for you. NSF 44 certification on your resin, the filter material inside that water softener. Make sure you get it sized, test your water, then you have to size it correctly for that hardness of the water. Then you program it based on the grains per gallon that's in the water. That's the most efficient. By the way, most homes need a water softener almost as tall as me. It's like, I don't know, 5 feet, 10 inches around with a control valve and a separate salt tank. That's usually what most homes need. Then you need a carbon filter that's about the same size, that's got a valve on the top that cleans itself because it makes the filter material last longer. That way it saves you money in the future. So, and by the way, you want that carbon filter to use Centaur carbon, or at least a catalytic carbon, so it takes out all that chlorine for a long period of time. And at a very minimum, then, if you go to sell the home, get a plexiglass holder and put all the details of the water filter system that you have and leave it out on the counter for people to see so they can understand what's going through the faucets is actually good, clean water. And it will increase the value of the home. I'll leave you with this. If you're going to go sell your home and the two homes are identical, one has a whole home water filtration system that takes the toxins out of the water, that can save you money. Which one would you want to buy if they were exactly identical? Of course, the one with water filtration. So that said, I do think that this will help you as a DIYer to figure out what you want. We are always available to answer any questions. You can write a response. You can send us an email. We get a lot of people who will call us. Our website is angelwater.com. You could visit us in Lake Barrington or West Palm Beach. You can get a hold of us at angelwater.com, or you can call us at 847-382-7800. We do answer the phone and give recommendations over the phone as well. We are going to have a website where we will build some equipment so we can ship them to you if you're a DIYer. That's coming soon at angelwater.com as well. So again, I hope that this has been helpful to you and your family. Please share this with your friends and family if you have anyone that's a DIYer like you. And by the way, keep in mind, my name is Drew. I'm here to serve you. Thank you.